Greetings, accounting technology watchers, and welcome to another edition of Accountech Bytes. It has been quite a week in the world of accounting technology. Some good things, some bad things, and plenty in between. There were at least 3 stories that could have been the headline act for my email this week. Let's dive straight into it. Chronological order here. So Monday, BrightPay, so that the desktop payroll specialist BrightPay announced that the much anticipated cloud version of its product will be available from the 22nd of March. I know it's been long in the offing, so congratulations to all the team there. As I say, there were a few things that are still to be released on the 22nd of March, so things like batch processing for bureaus, import, export from CSV, full list on the Bright website. A work in progress, and as I say, I think some comment from some of our readers on the pricing, but I guess everyone has to run their own sort of pros and cons on that. So great development, and again, congratulations to the BrightPay team. Link to this story and all the others are in the description to this video. Tuesday, I headed to London on the train for QuickBooks Connect, Old Billingsgate by the Thames, and QuickBooks used its first UK conference to announce a raft of new releases. So practice management, payroll bureau, tax prep and accounts filing tools, and beefing up its advanced software. So sort of padding out QuickBooks to be more of that accounting platform suite type thing. Cautious optimism from the floor. QuickBooks has in the past blown a bit hot and cold on accountants, so there's natural caution there. But I spoke to UK General Manager Joe Lawn Victor, who reiterated the vendor's commitment to accountants, and certainly the 2 QuickBooks accountant partners I spoke with as part of the podcast were very optimistic. Do check out the podcast here, or you can search for Accounting Web on your podcast player of choice. Then late on Wednesday, news broke that Xero is laying off around 15% of its global workforce to cut operating costs and improve profitability. Works out it's about 700 or 800 staff, it said in the announcement to investors on the investor call that I tuned into. They seem very keen on particular KPI here of operating expense to revenue ratio, about 75%, looking to get there in the next financial year. Like a lot of other tech firms, Xero hired a lot sort of post-pandemic, so the cut that was announced sort of takes staffing levels back down to around 4,100. Obviously, our heart goes out to any of those affected, so sorry about that. Xero also announced that it plans to exit cloud-based lending platform Waddle, which it acquired in 2020 for $31 million. Stuart McLeod from Carbon has announced that he is moving on. So Carbon grew a lot during the pandemic and grew a lot due to investment that was taken on, but has recently had to cut just over 20% of its team on the road to profitability. And Stuart is, as co-founder, is now moving on. But as he says here, building a product from the ground up, now has 3,000 customers in the accounting space. He can be rightly proud, so best of luck with that, Stuart. There's been a lot of action in the payment space of late, so firms looking to use open banking technology to streamline the payments process, and a lot of vendors have come into that space, but as we all know, when there's a new space and a lot of vendors, not all of them survive as standalone entities, and one of these has been snapped up by embedded finance provider Weaver. It's a largely equity-based deal, and Tom Beckenham, the company's CEO and founder, and others are coming across. So congratulations to all concerned there. Showtime. So this is my March webinar, Tech Pulse show, that we'll be looking at what is on accountants' spring shopping list in terms of software. So do tune in for that. 10 o'clock, Tuesday, March the 21st. Link in the description. I highlighted a couple of weeks ago Carrie Stokes from Spotlight. It was a very good sort of video demo for clients, and this is another one of these really. Carly Shaw, who caters for construction clients. Just a very simple video, less than a minute, talking about the difference between profit markup and profit margin, but sort of demonstrating her expertise in the field. So good work, Carly. John, our editor at large, has been digging into another episode in the sorry saga that is the Horizon scandal. So 2,000 sub-postmasters were wrongly prosecuted for theft as a result of a faulty accounting system, the Horizon system run by Fujitsu, and a lot of convictions have now been quashed and compensation will be given. But Dan Needle, the tax barrister and campaigner, has raised alarm over the unfair tax treatment of these payments. And it is just, as I say, another chapter in this appalling scandal, and Fujitsu continues to be awarded government contracts. Apologies, I do go on about this quite a lot, but yeah, it is a disgrace, quite frankly. The mighty Adrian Gonzalez over at Going Concern has been digging into this Bloomberg tax opinion piece from Anis Pistorius that, basically looks at the shortage in accountants across the pond, slightly more acute even than the one we have here. And apparently it's not because of low salaries or poor work-life balance, it's that the tech isn't cool enough. So, and he says that younger workers want an entrepreneurial career path. They want to abandon outdated technology and fully embrace new digital tools. As a technology journalist, I do see technology as part of a way to solve this, but I think it needs to be bedded into a broader solution that involves salary, work-life balance, whatever floats your workers' boats. And I'm not sure I'm on board with this entrepreneurial career path as well, really. So good work, Adrian. They say never go back, but here is my former publication, ICAW Insights, where I was once online editor, and they've done a really good sort of a deep dive into real-time tax reporting, looking at the benefits and concerns around it and some timelines. So do check that out. If you are worried about your client's tax bill, unless you're Stripes accountants, then you're unlikely to get a 3.5 billion tax bill. But yeah, that's what's in store for the payments giant. Now, Armanino, who were the auditor for collapsed crypto exchange FTX, now their digital asset practice have left to form a startup. Doesn't say in this article whether this sort of crypto arm left of their own volition or not, but I think from the sounds of it, a lot of Armanino's non-audit clients, the horses were a bit spooked by reputational risk of being audited by the guys who dropped the ball on FTX. And lastly, Ford, so they filed a patent that allows them to remotely repossess cars. So presumably sort of automated driving cars, autonomous driving cars, should I say. If you fall behind on your payments, then it can just drive away to the pound. There's a definite parallel for accountants, perhaps, that if you don't pay your cloud subscription, then your client's data is going to be driving away to the pound as well. But yeah, maybe I'm thinking too much about that. If you'd like to keep up to date with the fast-moving world of accounting technology, then I send out a weekly email every Thursday. Next week it'll be a Wednesday because here in the UK we have the budget, but generally it's on a Thursday. Do pop your email in the box. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.